Hello and welcome everybody, and thank you for joining me into the next Battlerite Champion Spotlight. My name is Wilky, and today we're going to take a look at Oldur, the Time Mender. Some people said that this is actually Grimrog from Bloodline Champions. I'm not entirely sure, as I never played Grimrog and I don't know who he is. So my knowledge on that part is a bit limited. But still, we're just gonna go over the basic abilities of this champion. Now his left click is called Sands of Time, dealing 10 damage on impact and leaving an effect called Sands of Time on the enemy, which will deal another 12 damage after 3.5 seconds, indicated by this purple bar displaying how much damage the enemy will take after the bar depletes. What we notice about this is that unlike, for example, the Toxic of Lucy, or the Burn from Ashka, or Burning Oil from Eva, this effect is actually able to kill enemies. So as you can see, now his remaining bar is purple, and upon detonating, this will actually be able to take the life of enemies. His second ability is Rejuvenating Sand, which is a basic flat healing ability with no bonus effects, just like the one from Sirius. Relatively fast projectile, pretty good to throw, but no extra effects, so just a flat out heal. Now his spacebar Shifting Sands will allow him to travel to a target direction, including walls and stuff. It'll deal damage or heal allies upon being passed through, so unlike, for example, Sirius, you don't actually have to launch yourself directly next to an enemy. Just passing through something is enough to either deal damage or heal allies. Now his Q ability, Time Bender, is a shield that also incorporates a cool mechanic, which basically allows you to not only absorb some projectiles and melee hits from one direction, but also recast them. And let me see if I can do this. If timed well, I will block. Nope. You can actually block multiple projectiles. There we go, I blocked 2. And as you see, it says recast now, and I can fling back the first projectile or hit that has been shot into my shield back at the enemy for 4.5 seconds for free without using any cooldown. Very good to absorb some damage or heavy hitting skills like, for example, Snipe. His E ability, Quicksand, will throw his Hourglass at a target location, dealing 14 damage and dealing a Fading Snare. Should the enemy be afflicted by Sands of Time, which is your left click, it'll instantly detonate this for extra damage. Pretty cool slowing ability, and the Sands of Time impact hit helps, though not really necessarily. Also, the Snare is not really boosted by the Sands of Time, so it's not necessary to apply this before using E. Now onto his X abilities. His left click is going to be changed into a Chronobolt, which then deals 16 damage and has a knockback. Also, again, if the enemy is afflicted by Sands of Time, it'll consume it and instantly deal additional damage. Basically, a good displacing tool, relatively cost heavy for what it does. Now, his second X ability is going to change his Q into Chrono Flux. This one's really good. It'll basically slow people who are inside, and also, what's even better, it'll reflect projectiles to where they came from. This is really good if enemies are using channeling abilities or hard-hitting skills being fired in your direction. This can be really handy, and also catch people off guard. I'm not sure if the slow can be... Yeah, you can kind of see it that it slows, but not by a huge margin. It's mainly used for reflecting abilities, basically creating a shield between you and your enemy. His R ability is called Stone Glass, which is a melee hit that petrifies enemies for 3 seconds, and with other petrify skills, they will have a 20 health shield before the petrify will be broken. It has a slight knockback to it. It is a melee hit, however, it's very good should the enemy ever get close to you and be defenseless. This tool can be very effective at getting yourself out of harm and also CCing the enemy for 3 seconds. Now his ultimate, Time Travel, has a very cool feature to it. First off, you can use this ultimate either on yourself or an ally. However, casting it on an ally will not be that helpful, at least not for now, because the ally will not really target it very well. Basically what this does is it'll make the target invulnerable for roughly 2 seconds for the duration you're being sucked in, and after that you can freely choose where you want to land. Also, it'll increase or decrease the cooldowns for enemies by 25%, and should you land on an enemy, it'll stun them for a whopping 2 seconds. That is not being broken by anything after that. So if you ever manage to land this, your teammates and yourself, you will be able to deal damage for 2 seconds before the enemy can react. Very strong ultimate. Can be tricky to land because it has a fixed time, so I cannot left click or something to launch it first. So it'll always detonate or jump to whatever location you're pointing to at a set time. Also, the circle will be visible for the enemy, so should they have their escapes ready, it's relatively easy to escape. Anyways, this is pretty much all about Oldur, the Time Mender. Hopefully you guys enjoyed another spotlight for Battlerite, and as always, hope to see you guys next time.